Born into poverty and faced with personal challenges that almost derailed his career, Casemiro rose through the ranks to become one of the world's top defensive midfielders, captivating audiences with his powerful play and stunning achievements at Real Madrid. In this video, we look at his early years, struggles and triumphant rise, as well as how he has revitalised Manchester United's midfield. Carlos Henrique Casemiro was born on the 23rd of February 1992 in São José dos Campos, São Paulo, Brazil. Life was difficult for him and his mother, after his father abandoned them when Casemiro was 5 years old. Casemiro grew up in poverty and had to make significant sacrifices in order to play the sport he adored. Football was simply an escape from reality for him. When Casemiro was 7 or 8, he used to ask teammates if he could sleep at their house so he could get a better night's sleep before a game, because he lived in a bad neighbourhood. He had such talent that he could compete with 17-year-olds when he was only 9 or 10 years old himself. His natural ability and desire to relentlessly chase after the ball were noticed, and he was admitted to São Paulo's academy, where his life began to change. Casemiro became a midfielder almost by accident. While speaking to Movistar Plus, the Brazilian revealed the one trial that determined his future. It was a trial and they were going to select 50 players. I played up front because I had a good physique, but I remember that the coach asked who was a goalkeeper, and then 3 people raised their hand, and then he asked who was a forward, and 50 people raised their hand. So, I kept my hand down. There was a lot of competition. He then asked who was a number 10, and there were another 50 with their hands up. Then he asked who was a defensive midfielder, and 8 put their hands up, and I said, "Me, I'm a defensive midfielder." They insisted that I was built to be a forward, but I insisted that no, that I was a defensive midfielder, and that's how it all started. Casemiro was diagnosed with hepatitis when he was 14 years old. For 3 months, he couldn't function normally and struggled to walk, let alone train. Despite this, the player was able to overcome his terrible condition with the help of his family and friends. He recovered and resumed playing, captaining the São Paulo youth team. Casemiro continued to progress. He made his debut for São Paulo in 2010, aged 18. His impressive form led him to the Brazil under-20 side, where he won the South American Championship alongside Neymar. Casemiro's maturity led him to become an established first-team regular over the next 3 seasons, with big clubs starting to notice him. On the 31st of January 2013, Casemiro was loaned to Real Madrid, being assigned to the B team in Segunda División. His hard work and talent ensured a permanent transfer for the youngster in early 2013. Casemiro was then loaned to Porto on 19th of July 2014. He played 41 games overall for the Portuguese club, scoring 4 goals. It was there that he began to show his true potential, and Real Madrid took notice. Upon his return to the Spanish capital, Casemiro quickly established himself as a regular in the starting 11. At Real Madrid, one of the hallmarks of Casemiro's game was his defensive prowess. With a keen eye for interceptions, tackling and aerial ability, it made him a formidable obstacle for opposing attackers. His midfield destroyer role formed part of a sensational 3-man central midfield, along with Kroos and Modric. Casemiro made 336 appearances for Madrid, scoring 31 goals, a remarkable figure for a central midfielder, winning 18 trophies, that's 5 European Cups, 3 Club World Cups, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 3 La Liga titles, 1 Copa del Rey, and 3 Spanish Super Cups. Casemiro mainly plays as a defensive midfielder. He's an intelligent, physically strong, mobile, aggressive, and hard-tackling midfielder with an extremely high work rate. While he's mainly known for his ability to provide balance to his teams by supporting his more offensive-minded teammates defensively and distributing the ball to them accurately after winning back possession, he's also a well-rounded midfielder who possesses a powerful shot from outside the penalty area, reliable distribution, and the ability to get forward with his off-the-ball runs or start attacks with his passing. When he's in possession, he always seems to find the best option to help the play flow. Even when he's surrounded by the opposition's players, Casemiro manages to remain calm and move the ball with simple touches, or find a forward with a progressive pass. In short, he's the kind of player every coach could only wish for. Real Madrid and Manchester United announced an agreement for the transfer of Casemiro on August 19, 2022. He agreed to a 4-year deal with the English club, with an option for an additional year. According to reports, the deal was worth £60 million, plus £10 million in add-ons. Casemiro's impact at United has been monumental. It was a slow start for Casemiro, with Ten Hag gradually integrating him into the first team, taking 8 weeks to make his first league start, but he hasn't looked back since. He's become an integral part of Ten Hag's rebuild, adding balance, control and structure to a team that desperately needed such attributes. Since joining, United make more passes and concede fewer shots with Casemiro on the pitch. His impact is clear when you give the numbers a glance, with United conceding 0.6 goals and 8.4 shots on average per game with Casemiro in the team, and 1.5 goals and 11.5 shots per game without him. But it's not just his ability to marshal the midfield and protect his back four which is benefiting Ten Hag, with his passing stats all boosting United up the other end of the pitch too. United are averaging 64.1 passes into the final third per game with Casemiro in the team, compared to 51.3 without him. Casemiro has been a standout performer for Manchester United since his arrival. He's rejuvenated the midfield, and his presence has added a much-needed defensive stability to the team. He's been instrumental in United's recent success. The only shame is that he didn't become a Manchester United player sooner, with the Red Devils finally having the world-class holding midfielder that they've craved for years. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.